What are your most memorable stories from the Midway? 1-888-817-8995. And we got Mike on the line from Toronto. Hey, Mike.
Hey, how are you doing?
Good. Listen, I hear you were once a game booth attendant at the CNE. When was that, and what memory does that bring back for you?
Oh, my goodness. How much time do you have? But I was a game booth attendant for 3 summers, and what a job it was for 15-year-old Mike. A few memories, Omar, if you don't mind. Maybe I'll ramble a few at you.
Well, yeah, what was it like to work at the Midway? Yeah, paint us a picture.
Okay, so firstly, it was a 20-day exhibition back then, so you worked 20 days in a row. So basically, as a teenager, you're there long days, 20 days in a row. I remember at the end of the day when you're tearing down and it gets quiet after a busy day, the Polar Express every single night, I don't know, around 11 p.m. or something, would play Louis Armstrong's What a Wonderful World. And I can tell you, if I hear that song in the wild, and it's everywhere, I'm taken right back to like those calm, quiet after the storm nights, work in the CNE, work in the game I worked, which was called Papa Ball, across from Polar Express. And I can just like find peace in the world no matter how chaotic this world is.
Just burned into your memory.
Burned into my memory.
Unbelievable. You speak about it so fondly, and yet, you know, you're a teenager. That's a lot of hard work, long hours, a lot of, as you say, just wild days. What was it that attracted you about that job?
Well, firstly, it paid money, which was, like for 15-year-olds, that was exciting. And they would hire at the time anyways. I know it's tougher now. I've got, children who are like young adults, and it's tough to find this kind of seasonal work now. But it was easy to get the gig. Like you had a little interview, they would hire you, and you'd get big hours off the top. So the X was just the place to be. I mean, I haven't even told you yet about the fact that Exhibition Stadium, no longer there, would have big concerts, and you could situate yourself where you were just outside the grandstand and you could hear everything. And I still remember camping out at night for an hour or two to hear Alice Cooper or the Steel Wheels Rolling Stones tour. This was a big one. So it was just a happening place for a young Torontonian to be 20 days of the summer.
I hear you saying you're a teenager and you're right in the middle of all the action.
But, hey, Omar, can I just tell you about the toughest day of the year? All right. Real quick? Okay, real quick here. Is that, everything builds up for Labor Day, and Labor Day is the last day of the X always. And it would be a chaotic day. Like, it was super busy. You worked harder on Labor Day than the other 19 days combined practically. And absolutely, there was at the time I worked there was swarms of teenagers who would come to the X on Labor Day simply to cause trouble for guys like me. Like, literally, this was a day where you would almost risk your life for these plush toys you were hawking. But I can tell you, here is the smack-in-the-face reality check you would get, which is you would work your butt off 20 days in a row, Labor Day being the hardest. At about midnight or so, you would stagger home, and then you would have this realization. This happened 3 years in a row for me. Oh, my goodness. I have to set an alarm, wake up early, and go to high school tomorrow. It was like a bucket of cold water in your face. Like, oh my God, I need a break, and now I'm off to school.
Look, before I let you go, I just want you to paint us a picture of, I imagine one of the joys of working a job like that is that you must see the smiles on people's faces all day long.
Well, sure, but I feel like, looking back, I feel like my job was to basically pick this guy's pocket. Like, it was always the move of, come on, you got to win this, whatever it was. At some point, it was like a Bart Simpson doll was everything. But I always felt bad because these games weren't rigged. You could win, but it really required a perfect storm of physics and humidity in the air. And there was a number, it was rigged so that we made money in the sense that you could win it, but it was hard. So, yeah, it was fun to play the game. You're trying to win usually it was for your date. You were trying to win the big prize to show what a superstar you are. But I always felt, in hindsight, I look back and think, I guess it's like voluntary taxation, but that was a tough game to actually win. So
harder than it looks. Though. But yeah, when you do win it, boy, do you ever feel happy. Hey, thanks so much for chatting with us, Mike. Really appreciate it.
Love it, Omar. Love talking about the X. Get to the X.